I think that wasn't it? That was tulip rockets directly on the infantry, and it did some major damage then. Yeah, 1, 2. That is significant. Tulip rockets were never that much damage against infantry in CO2. That's insanely the amount of damage that does. Hey everybody, this is Helping Hands. As requested, I am bringing you my battle group analysis of this 2v2 showdown, featuring all of the new battle groups that are releasing on the 27th of November here. We have the Polish Cavalry, the Kriegsmarine, the Italian Partisan, and Final Stand. Hope you enjoy this kind of reaction video and my thoughts on it. Here we go.
Kind of combine everything together and keep away this dingo. This rotting dingo.
And the Kriegsmariners also have a couple upgrades that they have, right?
Yes. You can't see it right now, but the Kriegsmarine infantry have access. Oh wait, this that dingo just got wrecked. The Kriegsmarine.
They nerf the dingo at all, or
42 LMG, or another pack of SDGs, a little bit cheaper and earlier.
3 SDGs, man, that might be cool.
Because with the guns that they have, it can be pretty strong against things like the dingo. The automatic fire is pretty effective against it. Demay doesn't really quite respect. I didn't realize he lost this so early, but he doesn't respect it and he gets kicked away.
Yeah, do my noob confirmed loses dingo in first 3 minutes of the match.
On this end, I'm fighting riflemen, good old riflemen, versus the Sturm Pioneers, supported by some of the other Wehrmacht units. Sturm Pioneers are rifle infantry, so rather than having the SMGs, the MP40s, that the Pioneers normally have, they have rifles, and they're quite accurate with them, so they're quite good at long range. Their damage output is quite high, but they are a 3-man squad, which makes them fairly fragile, so you do need to be careful how you use them. You can use the Grenadier merge to kind of offset this a bit, but it's not that capable of a combination because again we're only 3 model squads. But Fergie here has a pretty good setup. He kind of catches me out of position. I can't really get the rifles on top of his units very well, so he kicks me off. So we on the Allies aren't starting that well.
Can't wait for Hans' comments when John is looking at random strafe panes when a huge ability is going off on a new unit. I mean, that's what happens when you get a community manager that doesn't actually play their own game properly to showcase the new stuff. They don't focus on the most important aspects, sadly.
Like with the partisans, kind of the trick with, or kind of the trade-off with them is that you do need to invest resources into the tunnels, which they're not combat troops. They don't give you immediate power. However, there's a lot of nasty things that you can do with them, or, you know, they can just speed up you getting to the front as other things. I believe I used the tunnel earlier there. So you need to take advantage of the mobility and the flexibility that these things give you, because your army generally will be weaker than your opponent.
What's Mirage Flaw doing? Loses motorcycle straight away, yeah.
Because right now I have the
almost should have lost it then.
Oh yeah, no, I also lost my scouts.
It also looks like your riflemen are being affected by the propaganda tower.
Yeah.
Very early propaganda tower at that.
Yeah, he's rushing those out. So for those who don't know, the
how many of those can you build?
Debuffs all enemy infantry within a pretty decent range. The propaganda tower itself isn't really stealth or anything, so and is quite fragile. But if you place it in a good spot, and this new map has some really nasty spots for it, it can be kind of hard to deal with because it debuffs your infantry by making them less effective in combat. But more importantly, it also makes you capture territory really slow. So you kind of have to hunt these down and destroy them.
Yeah, early SDGs inside a 250.
This is our new TP2
quite nice.
called Wadi Ghana. This was the winner of this year's map making competition. This was made by Sphinx, who is hopefully very well known among the mapping community. He's created some excellent pieces for this. This is the latest one.
So what's the debuff that propaganda does again specifically? It's just lower rate of fire?
Do you have alt hit right now? Because I'm seeing the unit names.
I can't remember what it was off the top of my head.
No, that's just permanent.
It's just permanent?
Yeah, I usually like to leave it up for casts like this. Just so we know.
Different settings than us.
Yeah,
okay.
no, I just want
I have fine cap speed, right?
Mistakes.
Ooh, that's not good for you then.
Yeah, Fergie is doing again. This spot is so pretty with the water going through it, but it's a lot of yellow cover.
This map seems like it would be a very bad map for partisans, considering how narrow it is and how little buildings there are on.
So here I try and use partisans, which can pop out from ambient buildings. So I have I'm pretty
You
sure
on the
I have
left,
forward
but-
range, so I pop him up there.
Yeah, it's not
So
being-
here I finally get a flank on him. I think this is like one of the first engagements I win, and then he drives up a 2-2-2 or 2-2-1 on me. This is one of the abilities the partisan has, which is the Molotovs.
Well, I did
There's a
nothing to that
program
2-2-1.
in
It silenced it for like 3 or 4
position
seconds,
in
but
the vehicle, and it'll blind the vehicle while it's inside the fire,
it doesn't do
which makes
much.
it less effective, but effective enough. So I opt to get out of dodge there.
I just saw that Humber just come and chase the 2-2-1 away.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that went. Hang on, let me watch that back. I kind of was looking at the Humber and stuff. I wasn't looking at. So he jumps into the building,
Which makes it less effective, but effective.
and then he returns home from there.
Get out of dodge there.
I just saw that Humber just coming.
So he was able to retreat back home from a ambient building. So from the trailer, it didn't look like that was the case. It looked like they had to retreat to the tunnel itself, but he was able to jump from the building straight back home. And was there any cooldown?
Which makes it less effective, but
Looks like the cooldown has just got... Yeah, I think when he moved that unit... No, actually, I've just looked on the minimap. He's just called in a fresh squad over here from the tunnel. So that didn't get triggered. That, like, cooldown didn't get triggered from that partisan retreating back to the HQ.
dodge there.
I just saw that Humber just coming.
So it looks like partisans can just
So can you
instantly get back home as soon as they get in any building.
Video where we covered the Italian partisans, but you were
It's
just
pretty
in the
insane.
building,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden you're back at your base.
So partisans have a unique ability that allows them, when they're in a garrison, to instantly retreat to your tunnel network, which is usually in your base. So as you saw there, I went into the building. I didn't have to retreat all the way back home. They instantly entered the tunnel network.
He just said usually in your base. Does that mean you can build that building outside of your base area?
Hit and run tactics, because as long as you plan accordingly and
That
have
big
the
old
kind of
tent.
building you can get into, you can kind of jump behind the enemy lines, and when they try and punish you, you can kind of get out.
Yeah, you get that safe retreat. They can't chase you down. You get back a lot faster, so you can get back into the fight quicker too.
I don't know if it's in range of a
Again,
tunnel.
like,
Right, it has to be
the
nearby a
partisan units
tunnel.
are really effective around buildings or ambushes, but they're not going to be able to hold their own against like proper line infantry supported by like vehicles and whatnot. So you do need to leverage these to get the most out of your partisans. Like I still think I'm being pushed out of I'm getting a push in to the left side now that Demay helped me push off some of the units. And basically my plan is going to be, I'm going to use these tunnels to play in these built-up areas as much as I can. Because I was fighting in that open area by the munitions, and I was just getting pummeled from long range by kind of the Wehrmacht.
What's this going up here? Is this the Ford HQ being built?
Force them to come to me. Because one of the neat things
Remember,
about
it's
tunnels
neutral
is
territory
all
right now.
connected. So you can choose different spots of the map that you normally shouldn't fight in, that you can with this battle.
It is the H. Can the Axis team see that
Via the supply.
production
Essentially, my plan is
symbol going up, the bar filling up?
come to me.
Oh, and you got a forward HQ.
Yes. Yeah, I do get a forward HQ down.
So you can also build that Ford HQ in neutral territory. Can you build it in enemy territory?
Actually, one of the things I just did there was you can teleport units between garrisons. So if you have a Ford HQ on the field, your units, as long as the building's within tunnel range, can instantly go from a tunnel to one of these ambient buildings, which can be really effective.
Very cool. And I guess we should probably check in on Darren doing some Kriegsmariner type things by building some hard points on the back line here.
Absolutely. I can't actually see how many he's got set up, but yeah. So the hard point is essentially his economy or his logistics boost. He's incentivized to build as many of these as he can.
Sorry, didn't we see in a 1v1 cast that the hard points actually appeared on as a unit card? In this TV2 cast, though, we're not seeing that. Is that intentional now? Or is that a bug, or are they not supposed to appear as a unit card? I'm not sure here.
And
Yeah, he has 3 now.
yeah. So the more that he has, the more crates are going to start spawning at the designated point that he chooses.
Curious to see how much munitions Mirage Flower is going to like mass throughout this game.
But if he's only getting 3 crates at once, that's good for him.
Was it even relative to have it?
Later if he wants to.
Yeah, he already
I
has a bunch of
Yes,
weapons
because
in there.
if it's a unit card, if you're trying to because when you're playing as that guys on the right hand side, you've got the ability to choose which one you want to be the designated hard point. So if you can click that ability and then click the icon, it might be easier just to as it has a unit icon. If you otherwise, you'll have to just go to your mini-map, find the actual hard point you want to dedicate to, and that might draw your attention away from the combat. Right, so it would be a reason why you'd want to keep it as a unit card, because then you could keep your attention on maybe somewhere else where you might want it, rather than having to go directly back and manually designate it by actually looking at the hard point.
If he finds a good use for them. Kriegsmarine infantry can eat up a lot of munitions because they need the upgrades. They also have really good grenade abilities as well, so they're decent munitions use. But the other really cool thing in a 2v2 is that your teammates can actually use the crates.
It does clog it up, but maybe there could be a toggle. You could toggle it on and off.
Coordinated Darren and Parachi were in this game, but like often you can generate more crates than you need in like a 2v2, and then you can give some of these to your teammates, which is really good.
Yeah.
Particularly like one early use for it's like
Alien technology to have a toggle. Yeah, you might be right there.
Your allied vehicles without having to set engineers to do it.
Oh, it's probably worth mentioning, just in case it hasn't come up anywhere else, that the healing crates that you get from the hard points, they heal infantry and vehicles alike. It depends on who uses them. So, yeah, very, very helpful for sharing the load.
He's got a tulip rocket on the Humber.
I don't actually like. We recover pretty well here. I think we got a few good engagements on the far left, and now that we've kicked them off, we've finally managed to establish a defensive line. So we're gonna try our best to hold on to this. I see, I believe it's Faraji who just built a board. Wanza, which is one of our new units.
So it's 11 minutes into the game. He's called that onto the field, so it's fairly early.
Like we'll explain all the functions on it later, but basically, this is a giant remote-controlled vehicle. Or not giant, but a small remote-controlled vehicle
It's
that
guided
has...
by remote control stuff.
Sure, yes. And it has a powerful 6-pod rocket launcher that is very effective against vehicles. And it has the ability to be upgraded or loaded with a explosive charge.
I like the propaganda tower audio. That reminds me of Co. 1.
And drop it or
It's cool.
deliver it direct. So I believe...
I feel like you should be able to like press a like ability on the tower to give it a further buff or something, and then have the audio play again. Because I feel like once you've built it once,
I think he first tried...
or does it just constantly just spew out audio lines?
Yeah. So, I see this and I'm like, oh god. Wait, he's gonna drive up and he's gonna try and detonate the building. Now, my
How
forward
much
HQ
is
at
this
maximum
unit?
health, and forward HQs do have a decent amount of damage reduction. So they're like fortified buildings. So he doesn't quite destroy it.
Did he just barrage it
Yeah.
with the ability there from the rockets?
That would be toast.
If I had a squad in there, it would be toast.
Absolutely.
It would be absolutely demolished. And if that was a normal building, like if that wasn't a forward HQ, that definitely would have flooded. So he's gonna try again in the future, but so far it's okay.
What's the current state of the game, Whizbang and Commander specifically? Hey, Shlez, well, the state of the game is going to change on the 27th, so I don't think my opinion on the current state of the game matters too much until we get to see how it will change in a few days' time.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a minute before.
I would say that the Whizbang, like having 2 barrages, is pretty strong like the Stuka used to have. But because the Whizbang is a specific commander or back group, maybe it is warranted, but maybe it might be too strong. I'm not sure, really.
It's worth mentioning as well that you see
The rockets can only target vehicles. Oh, is that the case? Right.
Whenever they collect crates from the hardpoints, they get a random grenade ability assigned to them.
Yeah.
Single use, but it can be a mix of things like red phosphorus or rifle grenade, a grenade assault. Incendiary, sorry. So they get a lot of extra variety.
I love the color of that water. So nice and pretty.
And just looking at Dumay's lineup here, he's already upgraded. His Humber with the
good old Tula.
Yeah, we saw it fire off earlier. It was pretty effective.
yeah. He also has of course, the Polish land mattress ready to go.
Hiding in a bush.
Yeah. So the land mattress is a really powerful artillery unit.
He used the tulip rocket on the infantry on the retreat. It did a little bit of damage. Extra damage there, I think. So I guess you could use a tulip rocket to maybe get a little bit of extra damage, maybe to help you wipe a retreating squad.
In that case. So it's not as good at wiping out retreating units, but it's really, really good against like dense attacks.
I think we just missed the Wanza fire its barrage there onto the that vehicle. Oh, but look at the
very
Oh
heavy
yeah, look at the spread of that. Isn't good. Oh, dude, the land match is going to be good, man.
So this is the other buildable that you get with propaganda tower.
How much damage did that just do?
Which is this Panther term.
It's firing on infantry. Can I tell that to prioritize vehicles, to not give it itself away?
Defense, and it has pretty, like, it's very effective against vehicles. It has very limited effectiveness against.
You're gonna get satchel charged here, please. See the satchel charge damage on it, please. Okay, satchel charge. 75-ish%, 80% damage from a satchel, pretty substantial, but you'll need something else to.
Yeah, get it back to fighting.
And this is kind of the. Oh, is he rewarding me again in the north? This time, what is he called?
Like my land matches to roll.
So this is actually the Kriegsmarine bombing ability. It's a low power but also low cost ability that you can use munitions to call in. It's quite good against like limited stations.
You can use that barrage to take out the ambient buildings and stuff.
It's kind of breaking me out of this position. It's getting harder and harder to hold this. But what I was trying to say is like Last Stand is kind of how Last Stand is meant to be played with these kind of like.
I'm curious to see what happens when this Panther term dies. Does it become a wreck you could salvage or repair, or does it just blow up like a normal bunker? Probably
to make it really
the latter.
For your opponent to kind of push into you. But I've been able to kind of sneak around the edge here and hold enough of the map. But like if I have to attack into him directly, which I did, it didn't go there.
Yeah, you have a grey hand that's basically.
Here it comes again. Another barrage. Instant white pyos. Oh, there it goes.
And the Pioneer. I believe.
Yeah, pretty long range. Nice.
You saw the +3 munitions for those. That ability makes it so that all of your units take bonus damage, but deal bonus damage, and on death they gain munitions. And it's really scary.
I like how John's looking at the wrong.
It can be really valuable and really effective, but in that case,
looking at the wrong thing, isn't he? He should be looking at the final stand. God, you got one job, bro. Show the right ability. From final stand, it's giving the 3 minutes.
Improved hard points, so he has various upgrades that he can apply to the hard points. It increases their durability and their health anyway when you get that purchase, but he's gone for a flak tower upgrade instead. So whereas the hard point can be garrisoned by infantry, you get rid of that capability if you want to, and it installs a flak veiling on top.
That's the fat veiling cost pop cap.
Anti-infantry, anti-light vehicle turret.
Oh yeah, they make a huge push down the line.
The hard points are shown in the army cars, just not in this specific mode. Maybe.
He killed it?
Yeah. Did you see it's kind of escaping to the top right there? Like, he's not even towing it away. He's literally just he yeeted.
Cheeky steal.
Yeah. Like, the Land Mattress is quite effective against the strat that both of them are going for. Both of them are going for the more defensive iterations of their battle groups. So, the Land Mattress is a big deal to them.
Oh, I'm gonna love using the Land Mattress. It's so good. Look at that. Bang, bang, bang. It's gonna kill that vehicle. Lovely. Oh, yes, baby. Num, 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 num.
If you don't get out of there, you are going to take some serious hits.
And can you talk about the Polish sort of innate ability to deal more damage against veteran units? Because I feel like the Land Mattress benefits from that as well, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. All of the Polish units have an ability called Hunter, which makes it so that they are more effective when they deal with units that are of equal or higher veterans. So
okay, so he's just said that case there. Every Polish unit, so the Land Mattress, I assume the Firefly would be considered a Polish Firefly, and the Polish Lancers. So they're the three, I think they're the only three Polish units. They all do more damage against units that are either the same level as them or even higher level than them. I really wish they'd mention that in the trailer. Because in the trailer, it gave the impression that only the Lancers had it.
Land Mattress actually gains bonus damage against these units, which can be really, really effective. But yeah, so she got the Land Mattress.
Barragy's stolen one, hell yeah.
It'll be our turn to take the pain.
Cheeky.
Yeah. Like, I think the Land Mattress is really effective this game because all of us are going for fairly static or defensive builds. I guess kind of like Dumay is actually ironically the one exception with artillery and just a lot of mobile infantry. But like I'm playing really dense in that like corner with the buildings, and then the Kriegsmarine is going for like his hardpoint network with all of these crates that he can use to buff up and heal his units, as you can see there. He's essentially grabbing a bunch of healing and grabbing a bunch of munitions. I think he's currently at 200 munitions. So he's going to be trying to use that to get some damage, some hurt down.
You are all floating
Healings and stuff.
right now. You guys
Yeah,
need
we're
to
all.
get
Rush fire, got 200 munitions. I guess Infrared G's picked up, got good enough munitions probably as well from those points. So Axis team's got a lot. I mean, the Allied team's got a lot of munitions as well. I mean, they've had the top left-hand side of the map though as well.
A lot of different strikes and have a lot of different options, or you can actually opt into not having any strikes. I believe one of us, I forget who, kind of
Chewing up the ground as well, which is going to be really good for like commandos. Normally, one strategy when I used mobile assault with Code 2, you would get infiltration commandos. You could, and then because the land matches would chew up the ground, basically the whole map allowed you to creep up your commandos in camouflage. However, the Polish Lancer commander, the Polish cavalry commander, doesn't have commandos, so you won't be able to really benefit from that. But I guess if another teammate of yours went for cloaked units, I can see it working really well with the land matches. It chews up the ground and makes a lot of light cover.
We're behind. We're catching them now with the 33 fuel because that kind of last attack didn't go that well for them.
Do want to see some Polish Lancers, but
built tunnels in the opposite corner of the map.
I don't think we'll see them.
That's definitely something you can do as part of it. You don't have to fight your own lane. You can disperse yourself wherever you want. On a map like this, where the two teams are kind of on the edges, not in the corners, it means there are 4 corners that you can hide out in.
Yeah, I think Jason, you did a much better job of kind of showcasing that style of play in the other 1v1 showcast that we did.
Yeah. I actually am starting to creep a few tunnels onto Dumais side.
Well, I mean, the Polish Lancers are... they should be able to make Polish Lancers because it's not an exclusive choice. They get it every time you pick this commander, you'll get it. I feel like maybe there's like a silent rebellion going on with Dumais and Ferrigi, who both demonstrated this commander because they don't want to build it because it's such an expensive unit. They're just saying, I'm not going to buy it, and therefore they're trying to hope Relic's going to reduce the cost.
In terms of VPs, currently the game is pretty even. I can't remember.
I mean, it is a very steep cost, which yeah. But I mean, for for this kind of show match, I'd love to have seen them in action.
Now, with everything online, we're gonna start slamming into each other.
Again, this is not like a super competitive match. This is just a showcase all the abilities and stuff. So not building them when they have the opportunity to build them is kind of a disservice, to be fair, I think.
Like, there's so little left of the top side with all the explosions and everything happening. I'm losing like the cover I need to fight effectively. All these buildings are either kind of ruined or about to be ruined. But I think I've been pretty successful at keeping Ferrigi out of my little spot there, and now he's kind of pushing them. It's been really hard to control some of these like little points.
That got wrecked. Oh, there goes the Firefly.
The Firefly that picked up.
Did it use the tulip rockets though? I didn't see it because it wasn't on the focus.
Like stellar units, it's very, very powerful anti-tank units. It has long range and an extremely powerful gun. However, it is very slow. Oh, he's denying the word.
I was going to say, I see salvage on Ferrigi's tree there, so it seems obvious that his Stern Pioneers are stripping wrecks for resources.
Yeah, especially against Last Stand, you have to be really careful with keeping Rex alive.
Yeah, or diving too deep.
Yeah. I think that actually happens. I'm not sure. Yeah. So far, there's a bit of a lull. I don't know what the X's are currently up to. I think Darren's kind of gearing up for a big attack.
Yeah.
Partisan, I'm trying to see like how the partisan command is being useful in the late game here, and I'm not really seeing it too much.
And then he's gonna launch a big attack using and then on top of that, in coordination with kind of munitions that he gets from picking up the crates, he's gonna try and use strikes to.
Okay, did about 30-40% damage that Stug D just then, the Firefly.
Firefly into the bulk of the force with the Firefly kind of overwatching on top of us. I'm trying to get straight.
What was that? Some off map coming in and
Oh wait, was that P-47? That's my.
we missed it.
Oh, I was going to say it was purple smoke. It was sorry, it was a purple plane. It was you.
Oh, but there's the land mattress
Yeah.
counter battery.
So the Fritz took out the Firefly when we missed that. Great. Nice. I guess we'll rewind it real quick and just see how much health that Firefly had before it was dropped on it. Where's the Firefly at? We're looking at... Okay, up here. So it's about 80%. Now it's down to 70. Oh.
Wait, was that P47? That's my ASC P47.
Was it a bomb? I definitely just died to something. Hang on. I'm looking at the unit icon. So it was about 60% health before whatever landed on it. Got it? I'm just trying to see which off-map ability from the Axis dropped on it. It's this plane bomb ability, I think.
That's my ASC P47.
I was going to say it was purple smoke. It was sorry, it was a purple plane. It was you.
Oh, but there's the land mattress counter battery.
So yeah, it seemed to do some considerable damage to that Firefly, 60%-ish. 2 hits hit it maybe, yeah.
In these straight up fights, I don't really have much power being partisans.
Thank you, Pash. Thank you much for the follow. Cheers, buddy. We're just, if anyone's just tuning in wondering what we're doing right now, we're watching the 2v2 show match between Verity, Mirage Flower, Demai, and Tazco, and as they all play one of the new battle groups each. So we have the Kriegsmarine for the DAC, for the Wehrmacht we have Final Stand, but for the British we have Polish Cavalry, and for the Americans we have the Italian Partisans. So far, I've seen the land mattress be quite effective, as I expected. They seem to be very good at blobs and any kind of like defensive positions. They're chewing up the ground here. We've got more planes being called in here.
This central lane as well that the Axis are taking over now. There's a lot of permanent blockers here. The cover, the heavy cover that's there early on, gets stripped away pretty quickly, but these blockers remain, which is definitely to the advantage of
Kriegsmarine. Still got 2 Kriegsmarine. How many hard points has he got overall now?
And get a good line of sight on everything.
This map feels really effective for artillery units with how the units are kind of channeled down these little lanes.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, we've got an ability going on these guys.
There's plenty of space to spread out and like cover everywhere, but in the middle and the south,
The Humber. Oh, here we go, Mark.
To those who just saw that little white reveal, that is spy network.
Oh, so if the rockets hit, man, they hit hard. Oh, he's retreating in. Oh, God. Wait, one more. Oh, baby.
And that gave us the recon to drop this artillery on this little blob of infantry.
It's gonna be nice to have a fast-firing artillery piece as the Brits.
Tactical infantry unit.
And fairly early in the tech tree as well, because it's...
Spy network. However, the spy networks must be within range of your tunnel radius, your tunnel influence. And if that tunnel ever gets removed, or if you don't have any tunnels nearby, you will lose that
he's just
radius.
got himself the no man left behind, Demai.
Kind of have to build up.
So now he can pick up his dudes.
Opponents
Yeah, he's gonna smoke. He's gonna do it now. Here we go. Is he gonna? That's a 2-man squad. Is he gonna become a 3-man? It should do. There we go.
Oh, there it is. He picks up one of his injured entities.
How's he healing?
Polish no man left behind ability allows them to kind of preserve a bit of manpower or to keep their units further in the fight.
Now that squad was healing then after picking up a dude. Is that a new thing for that ability?
Down the ground, you get an icon.
Oh, but then he just threw away the squad.
The infantry can
Tulip rockets. Ooh, big shot there on the that, and then
It'll be hard to fight Firefly.
Might has munitions for follow-up tulip rockets. You didn't use them there on the Marder.
These spy network things. You saw another one there, that white thing. Your opponents can't actually see that.
Whoa, was that tulip rockets? I think that was, wasn't it? That was tulip rockets directly on the infantry, and it did some major damage then.
You saw another one there.
Yeah, 1,
Your opponents
2.
can't actually
That
see
is significant. Tulip rockets were never that much damage against infantry and Co. 2. That's insanely amount of damage that does. Yo, that's going to get nerfed because this is supposed to be purely anti-tank. If it's that good against infantry, wow. Like, I'm going to test it. Units up against cover, tulip rockets are just going to demolish infantry like that.
Oh, Prince X.
Here we go.
He's chasing.
Let's see. Not quite.
Ooh, it hurt there.
Yeah, that. Let's just watch that again real quick. The tracking here, because you'd already dropped it in. Like when you use this ability, because it's quite a slow track, you probably want to drop it slightly behind the unit. which means it will force the enemy vehicle to either go back into it or they have to drive forward, potentially into your anti-tankers and your other units you might have, right? So dropping it in slightly in front was the bad call here from Mirage Flar, because he was able to kind of avoid the majority of it. And again, notice how that once it like the last like second, it's like last position is locked in and you can't move it anymore, like there, and then bang goes in. But still, like even though it was like on the edge of it, it still did a decent amount of decent chunk of it. I'm not sure how much the I can't see how much munitions the Tulip rockets actually cost to use.
Opportunity to move it for a little while, chasing basically at the same speed as the Firefly, but right towards the very end before it makes impact, it is stationary. So
wait, you can use it doesn't cost any munitions to fire off the Tulip rockets? They're free but on a long cooldown. No, man, they gotta cost munitions, dude. They can't be free to use, bro. What? No way should they be free to use.
it's worth adding as well, like unlike the V1, which is available on the Terra Battle Group, this is far more pinpoint, far more deadly, directly on its center point. Doesn't have anywhere near as much of a splash or AoE damage.
But it's one of the few things where you can pretty reliably, once you get the hang of it, to hit vehicles with.
Oh yeah.
Which can be really
I just wanted very quick little thing there. I just wanted to see here this initial engagement here with these Jaegers onto this rifleman squad that just jumped out the thing. I think the Jaegers inadvertently missed the riflemen as they jump out and they hit the tunnel network. I don't know if the tunnel network got revealed because of that. Watch this again. They look, bang. The tunnel network just took a bit of damage, and I don't know if it's been revealed at that distance from the Jaegers.
It's one of the few things where you can.
So it looks like it's hard to tell, but I think it was camouflaged. So,
And both teams can see it, like that reticle is.
So, if I'm correct in my thinking, it looks like even just missed shots from rifles will, you know, if they overshoot, they'll damage the tunnel networks as well.
So far, Darren's army is whittled down pretty low, and Dumay at one point was like only on like 6 units, but now he's managed to rebuild. I think his 2 Fireflies is doing a lot of work for him.
Yeah, definitely.
One of the issues with the Kriegsmarine is that they can struggle in the infantry war if you don't get the upgrades or the veterancy on them soon enough. Though I think in this case they're actually both doing okay.
Yeah, like he's got one with the STG package upgraded, but the other one, this veterans 2, doesn't have any upgrades yet. I think.
Oh yeah, why didn't you not upgrade with the other? Surely you would get either one or the other upgrade for the other Kriegsmarine. Why wouldn't you get it? They do better at longer range.
Jason, looks like you've got a bit of a shirt army here with the upgraded turrets on them.
Yes, I've managed. Dumay has bought me enough time where I've been able to convert some of my units into vehicles.
The land marchers do some fairly decent damage against the martyrs as well, actually. He's just yeeting in here. Why do the martyrs have... What's this ability on the martyrs? This kind of nerf to their missions. Do they activate something which kind of is hurting them right now?
Panzer Shrek comes out.
Maybe you can salvage and steal this Sherman, actually, with the 2 Fireflies. 1 Firefly might be more than enough, unless there's like lots of elite tanks on the field. If it's just martyrs on the field.
Than it normally is. No, since you went for the land matches, he didn't actually get the normally.
But actually, yeah, if you have the Tulip rockets, which do some considerable damage. Oh, that Panzer IV got massacred then. We have here coming in. This is the bombing run, which seems to be all over the shop and not very accurate. Completely, I think it was its target was the anti-tank gun, but those bombs just completely missed.
There's a little bit of.
Oh god, yeah.
But it's cheap enough that you can use it regularly.
Oh, I think Darren's trying to salvage one of the easy 8s. Or no, not one of the 8s, but one of my.
He's stolen that tank. No, there it goes.
Yeah, it was up for a second.
Alas.
Once the Polish get up to their
To be honest, yeah, if the tulip rockets remain that lethal against infantry, which I imagine that's going to get nerfed in the future. I mean, you'll see people spam fireflies and just use the, because if it's a free ability, they're just like spam that thing to demolish all the infantry first, and then the fireflies will just take out all the armor afterwards. So yeah, Genesis, you did. It was it's insane how good the tulip rockets are against infantry. They're doing like 20-30% damage a shot on the infantry if they hit it correctly. And that's against units that are not against cover. Oh, here we go. Finally, we got the Polish Lancers.
I think Dune's found like really good angles with it.
Yeah. It's a narrower map as well, this one, so he has the opportunity to sit in relative safety and cover pretty much all 3 lanes.
Dune's trying to rebuild his infantry. He only has the 1 section. So he just got the Polish Lancers and the unique infantry for the Polish Battlegroup.
Oh yeah, can you snap to them, John?
Yeah, John.
Yeah.
Check out the new unit.
Quite late. They're generally pretty good earlier on. They come with 2 AT rifles and a LMG, so they're pretty good against all of the early lighter targets. I think he's opted for them because they are fairly effective against the DAC in particular. They'll be able to threaten the martyrs and be able to fight the infantry. And he probably opted for them instead of the.
I'm liking the sounds of the Shermans and the
They can
tanks. It feels like they've redone the audio sounds of some of the main vehicles here, which they sound pretty good.
But right now, we'll see. Because there's a lot of late game access on the battlefield right now. I'm trying to sell. He's trying to recover the.
Oh, here comes the land mattress. Oh, the damage.
He's been punished. Oh, good buy.
Very good bomb.
That's the P-47 right into the face there. I think
Queens, man, nasty.
I think the top flank holding that spot has kind of channeled them down all the way into this middle area, and that just makes them so vulnerable to a lot of the AoE damage that we have access to.
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling like this pass and command is going to be way more better in like 1v1 setting than in team games. I'm not really seeing too much utility out of it in the late game, to be honest.
Okay,
But
so
I am seeing, like, for me overall, I'm feeling like the strongest commander here seems like Demise with the land mattresses, with the constant pressure. The Fireflies, their tulip rockets are great against all vehicles and infantry. And then I guess Mirage Flars one with being all the Kriegs. The Kriegsmarine seemed pretty strong, but I don't think he's kind of outskilled there, unfortunately. He's not as good of a player against like Dumai. I don't think. I don't know how good Tazco is because I think Mirage Flare and Tazco are devs. Ferragi and Demai are generally top level players. So that being said, Demai did lose his dingo at the first few minutes of the game. But yeah, I can't believe that the Tula Rocket is free. Like once you buy it, then throughout the rest of the game, it can then just be used for free. That makes no sense. It makes a lot more sense for as soon as you unlock Tulip Rockets, like especially maybe for like I think maybe the Firefly should automatically come equipped with them. I mean, it will do regardless when you call it in. Maybe the Humber and the Stuart, you probably should purchase it. But every time you use this Tulip ability, it should cost some munitions. Apparently the cooldown is substantial, but for me it felt like, every time there was an engagement, the Fireflies were utilizing it. So I don't think the cooldown is long enough. But even I still feel like it should just cost something, right? So you look at Demai's munitions at the end of this game. He's got 400 munitions in the bag, so he can spend all his munitions on all the off maps and stuff that he might have available. It's crazy that doesn't cost anything. Yeah. I'm calling it now. Firefly Tulip Rockets are going to cost munitions in the next hotfix or patch after the release. Or maybe they might even cost something before it actually comes out. I'm thinking it should at least cost 20 to 30 munitions or something. Old British Doctrine seems like a late game powerhouse. Firefly, 6-pounders. And if Land Match is similar range, the Bishop is a no-brainer. Yeah, it's a long range. It fires really far. And it's great. Like, I don't know why I'd get a Bishop when I have a Land Mattress. You know, I want something that's going to be really good against support weapons and infantry. The land match is perfect for it. I wouldn't get a bishop for that. Bishop is slow firing. Once the first shell lands, the rest of the forces can scatter. Whereas the land matches have a lot of incoming rockets. It's going to be hard to dodge them all. And I'm thinking in this game, it would have made sense for Mirage Fla to maybe go for an 88 here to help against the Fireflies. But the land matches will do really well against the 88 as well, right? So it feels like the Polish cavalry commander's got everything you want. Right? It's got everything you need. Yeah. I feel like there's no downside to it as well. Land match is gonna be strong. Well, what HQ needs to be more visible, like flags and corners of buildings and some sandbags. Yeah, I said that. It needs to be like the old, you know, it needs to look cool. It doesn't look cool when you make a forward HQ. Yeah, a lot of people agree with it. Land mattress is going to cause suffering. Oh, is it your comment? You made the comment yourself, dude. Huge actually pushed me Firefly under pressure. They got nuked by the Fricks, and John is over here watching a random P-47 strafe. You're killing me, John. That's your comment. So guys, that's the end of the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did and want more content, check up over here and over here. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, make sure to click the button down here. To catch you in the next video, guys, take care, and I'll see you soon.